Hello guys, and welcome to the third in line video for these duels. I'm here guys with a few of my good friends, and I wanted to just go through some duels with the Shaman here, which I've got a Enhancement Shaman, I beg your pardon. Now this Shaman has pretty good gear, as you can see. He has the full up-to-date gear with Tyrannical and his greatest weapons, so he's fully kitted to do a lot of power, a lot of damage. So guys, what I've decided to do is go ahead and give him a duel, and I'll explain to you guys what I do and I wanted to just say to you guys what I would use. Now the first thing I would use is, I know they break our fear, however their tremor totem isn't very long, so it's definitely worth having a second fear before their cooldown on tremor totem comes back out. Also, it's very useful to use void tendrils. Now I'll show you guys how to use void tendrils more efficiently, but for the rest of the setup it's just as you see here. So Sonnet and Insanity, Spectral Geist, Divine Insight, and Divine Star. Glyph wise, I'm going to go for Glyph of Reflective Shield. I'm going to go for the Glyph of Inner Fire, and obviously my home-grown glyph, which is a Glyph of Embrace. So as you can guys probably see there, he's waiting for his CDs. I'm not going to use anything out of the ordinary, and I will just be demonstrating, hopefully as I go, how I'm going to duel this guy. Now what I want you guys to focus about is that this guy's a melee, so he's a shaman but he's melee. Sometimes it's very easy to kind of just blow all my orbs there. I didn't want to start with all the orbs. It can be very easy to think that these guys will do more magical damage, so you might go, no, these guys will definitely do more physical. So you want to go for the Glyph of Inner Fire and Glyph of Reflective Shield. You might want to swap this for a heal maybe, but I don't want the fight to last too long, because if it lasts too long it's going to be me who's going to probably lose, due to the fact that purely he's got more survivability. He'll be able to survive longer, and he doesn't really run out of mana, whereas we probably would, and he doesn't really need that much mana, to be fair. So these are the items I'm going to be using. Using both trinkets to minimize the damage. Okay, so he's ready for the duel. Going to go ahead now. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to one thing I'm doing, is how I use my, like when I dueled the rogue, and like when I dueled the warrior, most importantly, I want you guys to focus on how I use my roots. Now you see he's using grounding here. Now I use one Mind Flay to get rid of the grounding. Now straight away I silence. Into fear. And he's going to trinket that. And I'm going to go into a dispersion, because this is major damage right now, guys. If I didn't go into a dispersion, I probably would die. So I'm going to go ahead and just try and heal back up and not let him take too much of an advantage here. Try to gain my other orb. And I'm going to trap him and then fear. He's got way too much outer at the moment for my own comfort. He's using Tremor. He wind sheared a little bit slowly. He's using grounding again. As you can see, I Mind Flayed the grounding. Just one Mind Flame will do it, and I'm going to blast him now with a silence. So you can't wind shear his guys, and then it should be over. So guys, what I wanted you to focus on mainly is how I used my cooldowns, how I used my void tendrils. Now the shamans in general have very he wants another one. Oh sure, mate. Get cooldown. Now the shamans have a very what did I want to say? Sorry guys. The shamans have a very big advantage when it comes to wind shearing you from range, but if they're melee, it becomes very easy to avoid wind shear because it's like a pommel, so you fake cast it. And it's so easy to kind of get sidetracked thinking that you know, I don't need to use my void tendrils, I should be fearing him. Yeah, you should be fearing him, but most importantly it's probably going to be the fact that you need to control his burst, because you guys saw I went from almost 100% to almost nothing in the space of maybe 3 seconds. Now I silenced him. I thought he was going to trinket the silence, if I'm honest, when he was bursting, but he didn't. But what I had planned for after the trinket was a fear, so I was close by, ready to fear after the silence. Now he didn't trinket the silence, so my rotation was a little bit messed up there. So then I feared him before he actually trinketed. Now he trinketed the silence, he trinketed the fear, sorry, and my only option was to disperse, and I dispersed and ran over there, made range because they are melee, and I started to heal up as soon as I came out. I didn't come out of it early, just started to heal up. And the same you guys should do really is trying to buy time. They are melee, so move away. Just like in my warrior and rogue videos, you need to move away from the melee and buy time. And on top of that, I then controlled the fight. I had my full burst by purely planting my orbs on him, and then I silenced him in the process. Why did I silence him, guys? You guys should know this, because that's right, wind shear is a spell, so spells cannot be cast while silenced, so he couldn't interrupt my critical mind phase. Now guys, I'm going to pause the video here. I will relink the video and continue it on once I have set up another job. Hello guys, this is me on a much later day. Facing up against another Enhancement Shaman. As you guys can see.